Would you like to learn which 5 cryptocurrencies could be the next Matic? The reason why I'm bringing you this is because all the way back in April 2019, I brought you this video, which was where Matic was 0.4 of a cent. Today, it's at $1.37. That represents a 340x in price. And if we look at the all-time high, that would represent more a 700x. So what 5 cryptocurrencies that you can buy today could make you fantastic returns on your investment? My name is the Suppoman, your superhero of 100x gems. If you love content like this, make sure you smash a like on this video. And would you like more regular live streams? Because if so, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. My username is suppoman.yt. Make sure that you follow me on there because I'm going to be making a comeback with regular content that's not too difficult to produce, and Instagram looks like one of the best avenues. We are severely in an area where the price could go either way. We are just feeling fearful as a collective in cryptocurrency. Now, an article that came out just a few days ago was this article by Arthur Hayes, and what he has said is that he expects in the short term that Bitcoin will test $30,000 and Ethereum will test $2,500. Bitcoin is moving slightly upwards sideways, okay? So we are having higher lows and higher highs, which at this present time, we haven't yet broken that trend. So in my personal opinion, if we have a look back through all of 2021, which can pretty much be graphed from here to here, okay? And what we can see is that the market was bullish, took it back. The market was bullish, took it back. And we haven't yet gone bullish again. And typically it's when people are bearish that the market goes bullish. And what's happening right now is a lot of people are going very bearish. And that's typically a good indication the market's going to do the unexpected. We have the biggest gulf ever between new money and old money. People that have Bitcoin are currently hodling. I mean, if we have a look on Glassnode, it pretty much says the exact same thing. The hodl levels are the highest it's been since February 2018, with the least amount of Bitcoin on exchanges. Now, what you've got to take into consideration is that the market between 2018 and 2022 is completely different. Back in 2018, there were far fewer exchanges, far less liquidity, far less participants in the market. As a result of that, in relative scale, this is a very high number of hodlers waiting for the point that the money is injected back into the market. What we are missing is the new money. We are missing the injection. We're missing the euphoria. We're missing the excitement and greed. None of that is apparent right now. And because it's not apparent right now, there is no way to attract the new investors. So all that's here is the old investors, the hodling investors. There's no increase. What tends to happen at the end of a market cycle, the new overtakes the old. It overtakes it to the extent that the orange actually mixes with the blue and creates convergence. And as you can see, we are so far from that, but also what it shows is that should we achieve a convergence, can you imagine the prices that are going to be experienced in the wider cryptocurrency market, and particularly for coins that have good fundamental strength? Now, if you saw my tweets yesterday, you would have seen this one that I put, which is that Cult DAO, which is a recent highly hyped meme coin, is the new Shiba Inu. And I do actually believe that, because all the way back at the kind of end of 2020, there was a big load of noise being made about Shiba, which I ignored. The community was growing seismically like a snowball, and I just completely ignored it, called it a shitcoin, dismissed it, and missed out on thousands of X's in gains. Now, Cult has already made an enormous amount of money. It has already 100x'd recently. But the reason I'm getting into it is purely because of the high speculation. 21 million out of the 88 million market cap shows you this is highly relevant. And when it's highly relevant, the community keeps on picking up steam. And it just goes to show that we are in a bear trend at the moment. So we have not got new investors coming in. When we had new investors coming in at the beginning of last year, they were going into FEG token, SafeMoon, but they were going into it because those were the coins that were building as the bear trend was happening. So when the market became bullish, they became highly valued market cap cryptocurrency. So as a result of that, I have invested in Cult. Now, where we are now is essentially in the 61% region. So typically when a coin has a burst in value, what will happen is that it will have a 61% retracement. The market will essentially take back 60% of the value because it's had its kind of initial euphoria, people take money out. And typically these happen on a kind of mini bull trend. So this had a mini bull trend. If I actually take it up to the top of the wick, then where we are at the moment actually represents a 78% loss. Anyway, so I got in yesterday at around about 2,300. I have dollar cost averaged a tiny bit more to actually bring my overall price up to about 2.1. So I'm relatively in profit right now. But anyway, I'm liking the sound of Cult. And the reason why is because it kind of stands for something. It kind of stands for this anti-establishment narrative. If you think about what is driving down the cost of cryptocurrency right now, a lot of it is due to centralization of power. And the centralized powers actually making decisions which cause for stocks to fall, cryptos to fall, for the dollar to increase, which it has. As you can see, it didn't get stopped out. It didn't have a kind of triple top. It did actually break out. And as a result of that, the Bitcoin price went down dramatically. So what I like about Cult is this anti-narrative stance. If you read this manifesto, essentially what they have created is an anti-establishment DAO, where people who are united against centralization form the community or the DAO that is part of Cult DAO. Plus, they have got staking and they are doing voting and they're going to be investing in various projects, etc., etc. So this is a pure meme. However, I'm making a speculative play on this. This is not something that I would say necessarily is going to make you a millionaire, particularly from this point. But if we look at how Shiba Inu has performed and it has gotten on Robinhood this week, then I think this is a good speculative bet. A disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Use me purely as a source for your research, and every cryptocurrency and what I say about them is personal opinion and for educational purposes. The first cryptocurrency that could be the next Polygon Matic is MOONBEAM. MOONBEAM is a cryptocurrency I am massively excited about. And I did actually post over a month ago when MOONBEAM was at $1.99. This was probably one of the best times to get in it. And it subsequently went down to $1.93. And that represented possibly the bottom, because this was when all the people that took part in the Take Flight sale, where they got MOONBEAM for 25 cents, were probably selling off at this point. But MOONBEAM now has the potential to build for the future and go up in value for the future. Now, this has achieved a high of $437. Now, I don't think it's going to hit that price anytime soon, if ever, because that would represent an over 100x from its current standpoint, and therefore well over 1,000x for anybody who got in at the Take Flight stage. The 437 was achieved at a time when there was much less supply, so it was much easier for it to achieve that kind of value, plus it had incredible hype leading up to its launch. But based on its current circulating supply, it has got a lot of venture capital investment in it, plus it is fundamentally strong for scalability, both of Ethereum and for Polkadot. MOONBEAM in itself has the potential to be one of the biggest scaling solutions. If this achieves what I predict it will achieve, should there be a bull run this year, which I think is going to happen, then this would be an 11x. So $1,000 would turn into $11,000. Saito is number 4. Now, Saito is a Web 3.0 layer 1 blockchain that solves the Ethereum problem because nodes are not incentivized to put through the highest gas fee in order for transactions to happen. That means that it's far better for the ordinary consumer and therefore could lead to mainstream adoption. Now, one of the things I really like about Saito is that it has got some very good adoption from venture capitalists. They've got OKX, NGC, Spark, Master Ventures, and they have also got Genesis Block Ventures, Cadena and Luna, which are also non-Ethereum virtual machine compatible blockchains. Have done so insanely well. This one could, as a Web3 layer 1 infrastructure, perform fantastically. Now, this is a very risky play compared to something like Moonbeam. Moonbeam's in the top 100. Saito is well outside the top 100. But so was Cadena once upon a time. So was Luna once upon a time. So Saito, over the course of time, I imagine could achieve a $1 valuation, which based on its current price of 4 cents, would be a 25x. Then we've got Immutable X. Now, in the world of NFTs, and particularly with this global argument about NFTs not being green, NFTs being harmful to the environment, etc., because of Ethereum gas and Ethereum mining, and essentially an infrastructure like Immutable X makes NFTs far more green. Immutable X is essentially the green version of Ethereum. Okay, so it's a layer 2 scaling solution that essentially completely minimizes all of the gas fees involved in NFTs, for instance, creating, minting, transferring, buying, etc. All of the fees are dramatically reduced with Immutable X. Now, Immutable X has not had much of a run because it's very, very new. So this has achieved a $9.70 valuation at its highest. It's currently at $1.79. I think this has the potential to go $50 to $80 just purely based on how big NFTs have gotten. But on the lower end of the scale, this could be a 27x on where it currently stands. Then we've got Moon River, which is the sister of Moonbeam, much like Kusama is the sister of Polkadot. Now, over a course of maturity, time in the market, more dApps being launched, developing an ecosystem, being the better supply cryptocurrency on the Polkadot network, this one could have better gains than Moonbeam. So it's currently $56, and this shows real bullishness whenever there is a slight bull trend. This goes over $100 almost easily, almost an easy 2x. So its current price of $56 could be a good position to start dollar cost averaging in. The highest it's achieved is $495. So even based on that, that could be a 10x. This to go where I think it could go at the height of a bull market, that would be $2,500, which would represent a 44x. In at number 1 is Stratos. Now, Stratos is a cryptocurrency. I brought it to you before it even came out. Now, Stratos came out about 30 cents. It is now at $1.10, so it has only gone up not even 4x. Now, where it got to its highest was $5.50, so it's 5x down from that. But where I think this could go, because they're developing an ecosystem, they are EVM compatible, they've built on Cosmos Tendermint, it's got a very fast blockchain, fast finality time, well over 10,000 transactions per second. Stratos could be one of the big ecosystems that emerges in cryptocurrency. And based on where it is right now versus where it could go to, they're building an ecosystem. They have got Airwave coming out soon. That's going to be developed on Stratos. They've also got some social networks, some NFT projects building on Stratos. As this becomes bigger, then they get more network effect, more adoption, and the price goes up and people speculate on it more. So this would represent a 48x should it get to $50 that I predict it could go to in this bull run, on the assumption that the crypto market does achieve a kind of $11 trillion market cap. So those were the potential next Matic. Now, I wanted to let you know of what I'm investing in right now. So because of the market the way that it is right now, I am only investing in kind of IDOs. I'm not investing in currently out projects. And the reason why is because there's just too much potential for it to go down. So DCAing is a good idea if you're interested in, for instance, the 5 I just spoke about. However, as far as being able to truly achieve the next Matic, so like I said, 300x from that point to this point, I think you have to invest in new, very well backed, fundamentally strong cryptocurrency. So I'm going to let you know about some of the ones that I'm investing in right now. So the first one is Legends of Illumia. This is going to be a play-to-earn, massive multiplayer online RPG game. And this is coming out on Solana. Now, the people behind this, the VCs behind this, are incredibly well known, making this very, very strong fundamentally. Then we have got Mystico. Now, Mystico is a Web3 privacy network. So any marketplaces, shopping sites, places where you buy things essentially that connect with cryptocurrency wallets can use Mystico essentially to hide transactions. Okay, so if you are wanting to buy from Web3 services, you can do so secretly with Mystico. So Mystico I'm going to be reviewing soon. Mystico has got Bybit, Sequoia Capital that gets involved in hardly any cryptocurrencies, and potentially Binance. Then we have got Airwave. Airwave is going to be one of Stratos's dApps. This is very much going to replicate Helium, so it's going to enable people to be an internet network, essentially, to decentralize the internet provision to the world, enabling for those who do not have internet access to use operators and hosts in order to get internet access. So essentially, those who become hosts and operators can earn a passive income providing internet to the wider world. So they are creating a decentralized internet highway, essentially, for the world. And this is going to be good for Stratos, but also I think this is going to be an excellent dApp. I mean, look at how Helium has performed. The top 100 coin, strong top 100 coin, enabling huge 100-figure multipliers for early investors. So Airwave could be the next one. Then Cross the Ages. Cross the Ages is going to be coming out soon. It's kind of a sci-fi dystopic science fiction reality kind of cryptocurrency. Play to earn. And they have got Animoca Brands Sandbox. Incredible. They also got Genesis Block Ventures, GD10, who are very good at picking out games. Obviously, Fame Token I brought you in the last video. A cryptocurrency that is utilized across the whole ecosystem for pay-per-views, merchandise, fighter salaries, sponsorships, marketing, and the games they are going to be bringing out for the Fame MMA brand. So this brand is in its infancy itself, so the cryptocurrency will grow with the brand. And then Cosmic Guild. Cosmic Guild I got into quite a while back actually, but it's still not released. And the reason why is because this is the first guild, gaming guild, that Binance have invested in. And then, of course, Pulse Chain, and then Pulse X as well. So Pulse Chain is getting very, very close to launch. The testnet version 2 is live. People are able to see the capabilities of Pulse Chain. Hex, as we all know, over 1000x. I think it is absolute best at 8000x. So obviously, from a long-term perspective, one wants to be open to receiving the gains, which obviously if you watched my channel last year, you would have been able to get into this at sacrifice stage at the absolute best price. And I imagine when this comes out, this is going to soar. Richard Hart has only gained in greater popularity, both on YouTube and Twitter. His videos get watched a ton. He does a lot of flexing. He does a lot of roasting of people in the community. He's fantastic. So as a result of that, I do imagine that Pulse Chain is going to open out and do incredibly well. And then Dotpad, probably going to be the next Bluezilla cryptocurrency that I invest in, simply because this is a grand scope launch coming out of Bluezilla. So I hope this provided you with a hell of a lot of information. Let me know if you want me to do these a little bit more often. Ever since my classic Suppoman channel was brought back, which YouTube deleted February last year, it's finally been resurrected, and YouTube admitted that there was no violation anyway. So anyway, it's been good to see it back. Obviously, if you watch some of the last videos I did, you will see some of the best calls. So you'll see I called out Moonbeam way before the take flight. I called out Polka Starter before it's 66x'd. I called out Solana before it's 75x'd. In fact, it 150x'd from that video. Called out Linear before 100x'd. Hex before it 100x'd. Cardano before 100x. Loads of really good videos here if you want to go back and have a look. But obviously this is the one that was the inspiration for this video, which was the Matic video, which was really a fantastic video. So if you really want to look back through the ages, stream 4 years ago, blah, 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 I'm going to leave this channel simply as a relic as a look down memory lane, but I'm not looking to bring it back anytime soon. And also make sure that you do follow on Instagram. So, hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, peeps, it is lights out, all out.